My brothers and sisters, spiritual free will is only present following regeneration. Here, you have a bold warning about the presence and danger of double-mindedness. There are several scriptural principles the believer must discipline self to obey. Therefore, if any man be in Mashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new, and all things are of Yahuah, who hath reconciled us to himself by Yahushua HaMashiach, and hath given to us the ministry of reconciliation. 2 Corinthians 5:17 through 18. The old things that passed away are byproducts of repentance. 2 Timothy 2:24 through 25. I would challenge you to audit your life since the Ruach HaKodesh of Yahuah regenerated you to new life in Yahushua HaMashiach. If you detect no change or changes are minimal, you might do well to check your spiritual pulse. Some classify this as legalism or works-oriented salvation, but the scriptural directive is for those regenerated to submit yourselves, therefore, to Yahuah. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw nigh to Yahuah, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. James 4:7 through 8. James first warns of double-mindedness in the 8th verse of his first chapter. And here, in this 2-verse couplet, he identifies the required principles for spiritual growth. These are not suggestions, but commands as consistent as the second law of thermodynamics. If you detect a spiritual problem, James 4:7 through 8 will enable you to identify the problem and correct it. But it is incumbent on you to pursue the correction prayerfully. Your mind is the seedbed of sin. Everybody develops a list of familiar sins, your flesh, prior to regeneration, which the Ruach HaKodesh of Yahuah is in the process of conforming out of you. Romans 8:29 and Philippians 1:6. Double-mindedness catalyzes spiritual drift, which, if not corrected, leads to a stronghold the Apostle Paul instructs you to correct in 2 Corinthians 10:3 through 5. And if not dealt with, will lead to the sin unto death. 1 John 5:16. Using James 4:7 through 8 as your metric, you must first submit yourself to Yahuah, which enables you to resist Satan and his demonic hordes. Resisting Satan positions you to draw near to Yahuah, with the promise that he will draw near to you. Now, having a close relationship with Yahuah, you can recognize propensities in your sinful hands, cleanse them through the power of the Ruach HaKodesh, and become sensitive to that strength of your flesh through diligent, prayerful introspection, which equips you to purify your double-minded heart. You must understand that sins you allowed to become familiar moved from conscious to subconscious and then to instinctive. And instinctive actions are essentially strongholds, because every believer is prone to double-mindedness. The maturing believer must learn how to deal with your unique idiosyncrasies, which emphasizes the importance of frequent called out assembly fellowship. Galatians 6:1. Having pursued these steps enables you to recognize the sinful thought patterns that prompted your sinful conduct and purify your thinking. Sensing spiritual drift, you can work through James 4:7 through 8, forward or backward, to correct your course and restore your compromised fellowship with Yahuah. The key here is developing sensitivity to the Ruach HaKodesh's voice in your life. Because, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left. Isaiah 30:21. Shalom.